Now, the Tuscaloosa Chevrolet Sports Update with WVUA's John Huddleston.
Guys who've moved on to the NFL, when you talk to them about Saban, they'll tell you that you always know where you stand with him. And that's a really good thing with a coach. And I think players respect that, and they respect it even more once they get older.
That was ESPN's Brad Edwards talking up Nick Saban this morning on Crimson Tide kickoff. Of course, Saban not the only big-time coach in Tuscaloosa today. And with that, we say good evening and welcome to Sports Saturday. Coaching legend Joe Paterno brought his Nittany Lions into Tuscaloosa and the house that Bear built, only appropriate as today would have been Bryant's 97th birthday. Sports director Gary Harris covered tonight's game between the Tide and the Nittany Lions, and he joins us now live from outside Bryant-Denny Stadium. Gary, the Tide's offense came out strong, but the defense bent never broke this evening, giving up only a field goal.
Yeah, John, that's a good way to describe it. Alabama was definitely a bend, but not break defense tonight, but it was effective. You know, this is an interesting game. The Tide looked to be in control, but never really could put the Nittany Lions away. Penn State had opportunities. They just couldn't cash them in. Let's go to the highlights. Alabama, as you mentioned, offensively in the first half was very sharp. They rolled up close to 300 yards offense in the first half, and Greg McElroy finds the redshirt freshman Kevin Norwood. He breaks a couple of tackles, does a little flip into the end zone, his first ever touchdown catch. Bama on top 7-0. Later, Penn State knocking on the door, but this would be the theme. Alabama would make plays in the red zone to spoil the Nittany Lions' scoring opportunities. Dante Hightower hits Robert Bolden. Will Lowry makes the pick, and Alabama takes over to 3, and they would move it down the field. Trent Richardson had a monster night. It's been a long time since Penn State had given up 100 yards to a running back. Well, Richardson got it tonight and then some. He had 22 carries, 147 yards, and a touchdown, 33 right there. Sets this up. McElroy it is. Good buddy, tight end Preston Dial for the touch. Pretty play. McElroy 16 of 24, 229, 2 TDs. Bama up 14 to zip. Now this is the weirdest play of the night. Penn State again in the red zone. Robert Bolden's pass to Chaz Powell. Fumbled. Robert Lester picks it up. He gets stripped. And then Dre Kirkpatrick kicks it around. They had to go to the videotape on this one. The official upstairs eventually ruled it was Penn State football. The officials couldn't get together. They go to the replay. Second half, this is Alabama's final touchdown, or sets up final touchdown. McElroy, great strike to Marquise Mays. Alabama would score to make it 24-3, and that would be the final. Joe Pa and Nick Saban congratulate each other at midfield. And following the game, Joe Pa was not in the mood to chit-chat.
Richardson with a big night. Okay. The red zone opportunities do you have? Do you feel if you could have punched that one in?
We did. I went in second. Look, it's over. Alabama deserves to win it. They're a better football team today, better coach team today, and they deserve to win.
Can you give us an update on Hodges?
They play hard. They play with a lot of toughness, and I knew that it would take a real concerted effort on our part to, match them physically with their toughness and the discipline to execute. And I was really proud of the way our guys competed in the game, but we mis-executed a few things, didn't finish some drives, messed up a short yardage at the end of the game.
So the top-ranked Crimson Tide gets the victory 24-3, but Alabama gets dinged up again in this game. James Carpenter, the starting left tackle, left. DeMarcus Milliner had to leave. The freshman quarterback, Chris Jordan, was in a sling with a shoulder situation. He had to leave. Of course, Courtney Upshaw already limited. Mark Ingram did not play, and then Marcel Darius because of suspension. So a good win, but still plenty of room for improvement for this Crimson Tide football team. Reporting live from just outside Bryant-Denny Stadium, I'm Gary Harris for WVUA Home Team Sports. John, back to you in the studio.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. Here's some numbers from tonight. Greg McElroy, 16 of 24, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trent Richardson, what an evening he had. 22 carries, 144 yards, had about 100 of that in the first half. 1 touchdown, total offense tonight. Alabama wins that battle as well, 410 compared to Penn State's 281.